This college basketball picks edition of the Sports Gambling Podcast is presented by WynnBet. WynnBet is now live in Arizona, Colorado, Indiana, Louisiana, Michigan, New Jersey, New York, Tennessee, and Virginia. From boosted same-game parlays to live in-game odds, WynnBet has what you need to win. Sign up today, bet $100 and get a $100 free bet at sportsgamblingpodcast.com/WynnBet. That's sportsgamblingpodcast.com/WYNNBET.
Hey, this is John Sally, and you're listening to SGPN. Let it ride.
Cox. He's one of those guys who will get penetration.
Woo! Welcome everyone to the Sports Gambling Podcast. I'm Sean, second the money green with my partner in picks, Ryan, Real Money Kramer. What's happening, Kramer?
Dog. It's dawned on me we haven't done this in college basketball season, but I'm going to keep it here because I just want to highlight how good I look in this Virginia Tech Hokies 3-0 shirt, plus how good Colby, Dant, aka the Dantabase, aka Pick Dundee, the truest tout, rocking a new haircut. You're going to want to check it out on youtube.com/sportsgamblingpodcast.
As always, from the college basketball experience, Colby Dant, aka Pick Dundee. What's happening?
Shaved and everything, man. You know, just getting ready for this.
Yeah, you got a job interview. He's got a collared shirt on, a haircut.
Well, I figured we would talk about that.
You know, it's just it's that time of year, folks.
How did you know we had a HR meeting scheduled for today?
Colby was funny earlier in the office. He goes, "It's crazy. There's too much good games on. I don't have time for life.
Yeah.
I don't.
So life is over. You know what I mean?
So you're complaining there's too much good football?
Well, you got the World Cup starting next week.
Yeah.
You got these basketball tournaments in like Belfast, and at the same time in Hawaii. All fantastic. But when you mix
soccer
when
in
you
Belfast
mix that into
basketball?
no basketball in Belfast,
American basketball.
When you mix that into trying to I am a married man. I'm trying to go about life. You know what I mean? And there's just it's overload. I could do it 24 hours a day. We could be watching sports.
Are you saying there's sex is getting in the way of sports?
I'm a married man trying to live life. I'm going to start saying that to my wife. I'm a married man trying to live life. Sports are taking over.
Honey, I got no time for fucking Yellowstone tonight. All right.
He's one of those guys who will get penetration.
Colby's getting excited.
Tails wagging. We know it's college football. Sorry, basketball.
You do have time for Andor though.
I do.
Got through the second episode of Andor.
Oh, just wait, buddy. The storm is coming, buddy.
It gets good. It's like The Wire.
It's like and it starts off the first couple episodes are like Hurts last year, right?
So you're saying it's going to turn into an MVP season?
Yes, it
I
is.
like what you're saying, Colby. You know what else is the MVP? I'll tell you who the real MVP is. WynnBet. Not only are they the presenting sponsor of the Sports Gambling Podcast and the Sports Gambling Podcast Network, but they're trying to get you paid with a $100 free bet. Bet $100, get a $100 free bet. SportsGamblingPodcast.com/WynnBet. SportsGamblingPodcast.com/WynnBet. Again, and if you're in a WynnBet casino state, 100% deposit bonus up to $1,000. So many ways to win. Gotta head over to WynnBet. Spin that parlay wheel, fire it up, and you're good to go. SportsGamblingPodcast.com/WYNNBET to claim your free bet today. SportsGamblingPodcast.com/WynnBet. Offer subject to change. Terms and conditions at WynnBet.com. Must be 21 or older. President State will play through WynnBet as well. If you're someone who knows a gambling problem, call 1-800-522-4700.
Such good music.
It really does rock.
Like if that came on the radio today, I'd be like,
it slaps literally.
Every time I go to Catalina, I go to where that video was recorded, and I go, man, I can picture it. I can
crowd's rocking.
Yeah.
wait,
when is John Tesh doing a new concert at the
Can
Catalina?
we get tickets? Can we get tickets as a company
shout out
here?
to the venue because it's called the casino. So Is
that a casino?
It's not a casino, but it's called the casino. So, I mean, I have talked to people who have gotten duped, and we're like, "What the fuck? No tables."
Yeah,
It's not
I was
native
hoping
land.
to throw
That's
some
Wrigley's.
dice.
That's Wrigley's land, right?
It's spiritual. They can put a casino there.
All right. Shout out to Ryan McIntyre in the
I
chat.
thought I was getting a shout out.
West Virginia, eat pitch shit. Came through in a big
pit.
way.
He said eat pit shit. It's eat shit pit, buddy.
What did I say? Okay, I messed that up. Eat pit shit.
I mean, it's kind of the same
Eat
thing,
pit
right?
shit does sound funny. Eat shit pit comes through. Kramer hit his lock on that. I hit both my locks.
Well done,
Colby off to a nice start here. 3-4 on his lock. 75% lock percentage.
Hello, Daddy.
Kramer above 500.
I mean, how about that money line player, the Temple Owls? Who
See,
is
I
the
was-
king of Philly?
I picked Villanova.
I even asked you on the show what would be the more Philly pick.
No, I said I was giving them a chance because they've won me so much money over the years. I was going to defer to Villanova, but I was worried about this Temple team making a Philly statement.
Well, and now we know this new coach sucks, so that's been filed away in my database.
It certainly is off to a rough start. I
Well-
mean, you lose the Temple early, just doesn't look good.
It's Coach Pry vibes.
Bounce back spot for Temple too. You know they're Super Bowl. They lost to Wagner, the vacuum company, in the first game of the season. So
Of course.
All right, loaded Tuesday slate. Let's get to it, Kramer. Let's
All
go.
right. Before I just had one really off-topic thing I thought we needed to talk to Colby about. As the czar of all things lawn chair, did you see Matt Ryan scramble for 40 yards over the weekend?
I did not.
Okay, well,
you have to show me that.
No, we'll talk about it on the college football show.
Well,
you have some homework.
And one more thing, because I know I'll probably forget it.
Fastest moving lawn chair I've ever seen.
I don't want to. Kramer and I went to the UCLA game.
Oh,
And we saw UCLA lose to Arizona as
Yep.
a 20.5 point home favorite. I know Colby has said over the years that UCLA, the Rose Bowl wine and cheese crowd. The crowd was there. I wouldn't say it was an electric environment. And I was going to mention it for the college football show, but I feel like I got to mention it now or I'll forget.
Yeah.
I did see a guy walk in with a charcuterie board to the football. He had all his crackers.
I tried to tell you.
He had all his
I
crackers
tried
and
to tell you,
salami.
man.
And it wasn't Scott Bowser because there's no, which is crazy because you found someone who loves charcuterie and loves UCLA football. It's Scott Bowser.
Yeah, he does like a weekly Twitter post of his
Yes.
alerts on, baby. Scott Bowser's Twitter feeds. Alerts on.
And his brother, who we hit up, he's like a tailgating pro. It was a shame, but UCLA USC should still be a good game.
If you ever want to randomly bump into a Bowser or a Justin Decker at a UCLA game, just wander over to that section. They're always
It's
hanging
a
out.
great tailgate experience. All right, let's get to it.
All right, we're Tuesday, so today we're recording this Monday at 1:48 Pacific. We are looking at the Tuesday slate, which Colby tells me it's a good one. Last week he goes, "Hey Matt, block the schedule on Monday. We're talking college basketball. First game up, we're heading to the nation's capital, Northwestern. They're playing Georgetown. Just a fabulous, storied private school pussy matchup here.
All time.
Northwestern laying a point.
It is now. Wait, did Allen Iverson go to Georgetown?
Yes. So as a youth, my
That's
team,
just hilarious.
my team was Georgetown. They were dropping bags. They had the money, big time law school. They knew how to do it right. Keep the trail nice and hidden. And yeah, I mean, Allen Iverson College. Who could forget Alonzo and Dikembe Mutombo on the same team? For those who really know, Victor Page.
Victor Page.
Alan Page was like an old time, like Benedict Dant time politician, I think. Victor Page, who was, if you remember in the beginning, it was like the next Allen Iverson. Anyway,
no, he was a beast, man.
We say all of this to say they're trying to bring that back. Patrick Ewing still in the vicinity, which is not a positive. In my
I was shocked they brought him back. Yeah, I was shocked they brought him back after going winless in the Big East a year ago.
It was a bad.
Well, then they
look.
went on a little bit of a run in the Big East tournament.
2
right?
years ago. 2 years ago, yeah.
where that kind of saved.
Yeah.
Gave him a little bit of a leash.
But now in a time where coaches like Jeff Saturday are seeing success, could this be Patrick Ewing's time to shine?
No.
I mean, he's 2-0, but I mean, he had to sweat. Coppin State, it was overtime. It needed overtime to take care of Coppin State. Green Bay, the Phoenix, they've been terrible the past couple years in basketball. That was a close game at half. They pulled away in the second half.
Like the mythical bird, the Phoenix.
Yes.
Interesting.
No, what am I missing here? Northwestern has been on fire, 2-0, and they're winning the games by a decent margin, 31 and 17 points. I know Georgetown, we have it projected as -1 for Northwestern. This line seems short.
Oh, this is live. These are.
Oh, this is live.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's only a couple projected lines.
I mean, what am I missing? Why do we not hammer Northwestern here? Do you think Georgetown shows up as a home dog? Is there a matchup I'm missing, Colby?
Well, I mean, Georgetown, from an athletic standpoint, much more talented. They went out this offseason and hired Kevin Nickelberry, the assistant coach.
What's he known for?
He was the assistant coach at LSU with Will Wade. All right.
Yeah,
I want to know.
All of a sudden, a slew of transfers from LSU come in. They start landing top recruits. So I am going to back the Hoyas in DC. I think you look at Northwestern's schedule; they haven't really beat anybody good. Yes, it's 2 D1 programs, but
Chicago State. I thought that. Is that the worst program?
I'm locking them up. I'm actually locking them up today to win. So hopefully,
are they still the worst program in D1?
IUPUI.
No. Oh,
yeah.
Wow. Okay. Shout out.
But I think I got to go Hoyas here. And if Patrick Ewing loses this game, they should. Where they should film The Exorcist, those fucking stairs. They should throw Patrick Ewing down the stairs if they lose this game, because this is. You can't lose to Northwestern in year 6.
Which, by the way, if you haven't seen the piece yet, it's going to air on ESPN's Monday Night Countdown show, I'm sure. But RG3 interviewing Jalen Hurts, McNabb, and someone else on some steps in Philly. Sean, have you seen this?
No.
I know you're. Yeah, I mean, it's
I saw the screenshot. I didn't watch.
It's an all-time location for an interview. Looks very. All right. I mean, I think this is a classic, like athletes versus team ball. What do you go with?
I'm going with team ball because
that's our guy.
Great
right?
name.
I mean, Sean, you really prepared to fade ACOC?
Yes.
Dong. A cock is how you actually say it, right?
A cock. Yeah.
A cock. Kramer, what are you doing? Northwestern or Georgetown?
Oh, I grew up a Georgetown fan.
Yeah,
low key,
Brandon Murray,
low key. I hope they can be good again because it is fun to watch.
Northwestern, you're going to see some clean, crisp passing,
college basketball,
nice mid-range shots, some free throws made.
College basketball is better when Georgetown's good. There, I said it. Let's go.
I agree.
Moving on. This was a 3:30 tip here on the West Coast. Now we're moving along. 4 p.m. on the West Coast, 7 p.m. local time in Syracuse, New York. Once again, Colby kissing Sean's ass by putting a meaningless Syracuse game as they take on Colgate. We're doing tooth. Is this more your West Virginia bit? Syracuse laying 8.
Bring your toothbrush.
Is Colgate going to make the tourney again?
I think they can. You look at their guard play.
They're trash.
With Braden Smith and Tucker Richardson, they both been playing great ball.
I mean, they're not going to.
What happened last year when they took on the Qs? Won by 15 up there at that filthy dome. All right.
Sean's like a soccer parent. They don't remember the losses, only the wins.
Yeah, Syracuse. I am a little nervous about this because Syracuse, again, they're a team that finds their form when it matters most in conference tournaments, in the NCAA tournament. These regular season games are where they can get tripped up a little bit. 8 points is probably the perfect spread.
Does Boeheim have any children left in the program?
No, and maybe that's a good thing.
Does that concern you?
There's not. I mean, Jesse Edwards is the key factor in this game because he's tall and he's athletic and he could be a problem for Colgate. But I'm on the Raiders plus the points. They should be undefeated. Buffalo broke their heart, but I think Colgate can just give them a game.
Syracuse pulls away late. Syracuse -8. I am nervous about this. This won't be in my lock pile, but yeah, you got to take Syracuse at home, even though it's early.
Isn't Colgate it sounds like you're telling me Colgate's a well-to-do senior-laden team, Colby?
If anything, you're proving my point. The fact that they beat Colgate beat Syracuse, this gives them actual motivation. And if you can find early season motivation with the Jim Boeheim team, you're crazy to fade him, Colby.
Colgate plays good basketball. Ask our boy Alan Cooley as he had to sweat out when he was in Vegas with us.
Yeah,
he had this. It was a 2:15 matchup. Tennessee Colgate game went to overtime, and he got lucky. They got fortunate to get out of there. But the Raiders can play ball, man.
Give me the points and shout out to the Twitch chat. Tomcat pointing out it's the JMA wireless dome.
Yeah. No.
Which, by the way, a disruptive force in the wireless industry. Come on, they're revolutionizing 5G. All right, Sean on Syracuse, very on brand there. Good for you, Sean. Kentucky moving along. Another 7 p.m. tip on the East Coast. 4 p.m. where we are. We're heading to Indy for a little neutral site get together between Kentucky, Michigan State. Shout out to Izzo and Michigan State for scheduling just tough team after tough team. Kentucky laying 5.5 here. This is being played in a basketball arena, baseball field. Where are we at here?
I believe this is what is
football
this,
stadium.
what is this
They playing Lucas
stadium
Oil?
called now? I actually think it's the Pacers Stadium. I
Oh.
gotta pull this up.
What did they used to call that place?
That's what I'm saying. They change the names every couple of years, so it's all some corporation, some nonsense guys.
FTX probably owns the Gainbridge Fieldhouse. Is that where they're playing?
I think so.
Okay.
I think so. Is that where the Pacers play now?
Yes.
I believe.
Yes.
Ridiculous.
I think I'm kind of
It is
leaning.
a dome, confirmed.
I'm kind of leaning Kentucky here, just because of what Michigan State has gone through. I mean, you got to travel all the way out to San Diego. You got to prepare to play on an aircraft carrier. Kind of heartbreaking loss to Gonzaga there, and you could look at it two ways. No, they covered.
I'm sure
I
they're
know.
aware.
I was on Michigan State.
Good job, Sean.
Thank you. I'm saying you could look at it two ways. One, they are a better team than maybe some thought because they were able to hang with Gonzaga, or it was kind of a weird game, fit Michigan State style perfectly, and now you got to go back indoors against a Kentucky team that is just a tough matchup for them athletically. I'm leaning Kentucky here, but I'm open to being talked out of it.
I mean, I think the real question is if Oscar Tshiebwe is going to play. This guy's probably, I would say among the tops for National Player of the Year.
Who?
Oscar Tshiebwe.
Bless you.
Yeah, and he hasn't played yet this season. He's a game time decision, but I do think he is a kind of essential in taking Kentucky here because what is his name? Sissoko, the big man for Michigan State, would line up with him. That'd be an interesting matchup to watch. Sissoko played good, I thought, against Gonzaga. I'll take Kentucky too until I know. I'm assuming he's playing. I'm assuming they've been sitting him out to play in this game.
Yeah, my big concern here is they're not playing on a boat. I feel like the boat angle really gave Michigan State an edge.
I agree.
And they held on as long as they could, and Gonzaga still won the game. So in a regular arena, which confirmed this is the Pacers arena, so normal basketball.
And it's going to be closed, dome.
The roof will be
roof
closed.
is closed.
Although shout out to
That would be cool if they opened it up.
Shout out to the state of Indiana because this is a cool looking building. It does have that Indiana like barn appeal, big flat edge. All right, so we're all agreeing on Kentucky. So the Discord will be taking Michigan State. Another 7 p.m. tip on the East Coast. We're heading back to Philly, where Temple's laying 4 against Vanderbilt. SEC.
They just extended Jerry Stackhouse. He starts out 0-2. They lose to Memphis. Then look. The Memphis loss is okay because they recruiting,
Sure.
but then to lose to Southern Miss, Clarence Weatherspoon's alma mater. Sean, I'm sure has a Weatherspoon jersey somewhere in that closet.
Buried in there.
Right.
Yep. I now normally I would be all over Temple here, but this is the perfect time to take Vanderbilt. Backs against the wall. And they're playing a Temple team that just upset Villanova. I mean, these kids are probably still hungover from that win.
That's a big win.
This is an awesome time to take a Vanderbilt team that, to your point, Colby, is 0-2 and had some ugly misses. I think this is a great bounce back spot for them. I like this Temple team overall, but it's just such a letdown spot. And they're a team that lost to Wagner in their opener, so they have an ability to choke as a favorite. I like Vanderbilt as the dog here, +4.
So that game that Colby was referencing, we picked it back on the 6th, or whenever we discussed the slate of the November 7th games. They were catching 3 against Memphis in that spot at home, or no, I guess it was technically a neutral site, right?
No, that was at home. Yeah,
got it. So I would say the biggest thing that stands out to me is this would be a major adjustment based on where Memphis is and where Temple is. To Sean's point, when you beat across town, when little brother wins in a fight, that's the kind of victory that gets you laid. And so they're definitely having some fun. Obvious situational spot. We should track this. Colby, have one of the college basketball interns track this. Post little brother beating big brother type games.
we need to do that. We should do that.
Massive letdown spot. I'm predicting 70% long term. Let's all take Vanderbilt, right?
No, I've been first off.
Temple's good.
Shout out to this because these coaches were traded for one another.
What?
Jerry Stackhouse was a 76er who was traded to the Pistons. Sorry, that's what I was doing when you were asking me those questions.
What's a 76er?
Aaron McKee. Aaron McKee was on the Pistons who got traded to the Sixers, where he ended up playing for the NBA championship with Larry Brown.
That's fun.
this is a fun little matchup. Two former players, but McKee's on the hot seat. Stackhouse just got extended. He can exhale. You've
talked me into it.
Give me the Owls at home. I think the Owls guard play is too much, man. Have you seen this kid?
He's gonna slow down Vanderbilt.
Yeah.
I think
there we go. Damian Dunn's a baller. Him and Khalif battled together. That backcourt putting up around 44 points a game.
You're right. City kids versus Southern kids in basketball.
Yeah.
Give
Let's go.
Temple.
Let's go.
Scrap is real.
All right, you guys are off to some rough start with your picks.
What do you mean?
Just going against the sharp here.
New Mexico heads to Dallas, Texas, where they're taking on SMU. Speaking of bags, SMU laying 4.5. Do they not do that anymore? 5 p.m. tip on the West Coast. They still dropping bags at SMU?
I mean, it's legal now.
Yeah.
Kidding me?
They got the money. I'm shocked you brought New Mexico to us. Why are we speaking?
Well, because Richard Pitino, son of Rick Pitino, is building up that program.
He's one of those guys who will get penetration.
The Lobos are playing good ball, and
find a program with a good set of diners near the campus.
And they're how about a couple of their players, former NBA lineage there. Jalen House, son of Eddie House, 22 points a game. Ooh. And then Jamal Mashburn Jr.
We like
he's
him.
balling as well.
Colby, I like the angle on New Mexico, but I do worry, Ryan. Doesn't Colby have a soft spot for New Mexico? I feel like in college athletics. Or
why?
I don't know.
I locked up the over in that cash for me in football.
No, he hates New Mexico State. Like that's who he makes fun of.
No. I had them on the money line against UConn in the NCAA tournament last year.
Macro. You don't love the program.
Oh, I like them.
Okay,
you got me wrong here.
Okay,
you think NC Nick will tell you. I side with New Mexico State. They have that sweet ass logo with the cowboy and the mustache and two pistols.
Guns, you're right.
Yeah,
you did
fantastic.
Like that. That's true.
I like your angle on it. I'm with you. I like what. Yeah, to your point, Richard Pitino seems to be putting together a good program. Got some NBA pedigree on the team. Yeah, why not take New Mexico here, catching 4.5?
It's their first road test now. SMU though, Rob Lanier, brand new coach there, is coaching his third game, and this will be his second home game there. They covered for me at Dayton, and SMU's guards are pretty damn good. This is a pretty good matchup of mid majors that could be dancing this year. I will take the Lobos in the points though.
So just a quick search, not a ton of research here, but if you look at the diners around the pit where New Mexico plays, this is why he took the job. Grandma's K&I Diner, 4.5 stars.
Dad, you gotta come meet Grandma.
Terrific snack.
The 66 diner. I mean, come on. Obviously, that's
only
a 6
3
and a
numbers
9.
off.
I mean,
is there? Remember that someone did a deep dive on James Harden and
strip
clubs in the city and how it impacted his performance? Should we do a similar deep dive on the Pitino family and whether or not they're successful when they're traveling in towns that have a lot of diners?
You might have a point because he did go to Greece and win a championship. So when there's no diner, I wouldn't imagine that, I don't know what
why
team
the
he was
fuck
on in
else
Greece.
do you go to Greece? Because he's from the East Coast. He's like, well, the Greeks run the diner racket here, so let's go to the motherland. If I'm looking to get fixed up, I'll take a hero and a hero, if you know what I mean.
What are you doing in this matchup though, man?
Oh, come on.
You riding Mustangs?
Well, part of me wants to create the first island, but you've reminded me how much I love the Pitino family, and this program.
Class X.
Give me New Mexico. We're all gonna. So the Discord will be on SMU -4.5. NC Wilmington, another 8 p.m. kick on the East Coast, 5 p.m. on the West Coast. Norman, Oklahoma, where Oklahoma's hosting them. 15.5 point favorites. A little curious as to why we're discussing this one.
Wilmington's really good. They were the 1 seed in the CAA tournament. Got upset in the tournament by Delaware last year, but.
You wanted to check in on Porter Moser. Right?
I'm actually heading to Wilmington in about a month to catch, or 3 weeks to catch a ball game. They're a good team, and I think this year, if you watch that UNC game, UNC fans in the season opener I know that's a little brother angle. They were a little bit nervous there.
Yeah,
Wilmington had them on the ropes for a minute.
How did it turn out?
No, Carolina got the win, but Wilmington got the cover by a lot. And Oklahoma, how about Porter Moser? Little year 2 struggles. Sam Houston State beats them at the buzzer in the season opener, and even in the second game, they did not cover. Didn't look great against Arkansas Pine Bluff. So they're 0-2 ATS. Could they get it right here? They got Grant Sherfield at the point coming in from Nevada.
What's Oklahoma's motivation here? Do they have any reason to get up for this game?
They played like shit.
I would just say they haven't looked very good in both games, but I agree. I'm all over NC Wilmington here, and I think this could be a very close game. This is one maybe we consider a little money line sprinkle on a big line.
Sister Jean is sitting right outside this studio. How dare you speak like this of Porter Moser?
Trezarian White, if I'm pronouncing his name correctly, he's a beast. 18.5 boards for Wilmington. Give me the Seahawks, baby.
Give me Oklahoma. I'm going to stand with Porter, Coach Porter, to get a rebound spot here. Statement game.
I'm with Kramer.
Have a talent edge.
The fact that Oklahoma is 0-2 ATS almost makes me think this is a get right spot for them to really destroy.
They still got the Groves brothers. I know you guys were big fans of the Groves.
I mean, the footwork,
those guys are great.
The up and unders that those guys work out are beautiful.
Hey, shout out to Rocket Money. Are you like me? Are you wasting a ton of cash that you could be using for great investment opportunities, aka sweet parlays? If you're like me, you sign up for the free trial on all these subscriptions and then you forget to cancel, or you go to cancel and it's a huge pain in the ass to cancel. Rocket Money makes it super easy. I was surprised at some of the stuff I didn't even realize was still in the subscription. You know, $4.99, $7.99. You don't think about it when you're looking at your bill at the end of the month, but that adds up to hundreds of dollars a year. Rocketmoney.com/SGPN gets you started, gets you saving cash. To put it, instead of giving it to these subscription companies, give it to the sports books, right? Or win it back from the sports books. Either way, cancel all your unnecessary subscriptions right now at rocketmoney.com/SGPN. One button cancel, make it super, super easy. We're also brought to you by Babbel. Holiday season is coming, and if you're like me, you struggle to figure out what is a good gift for someone, what's something fun, what's something unique. If there's someone in your life that's into other languages, other cultures, traveling, Babbel is the perfect gift to send them. Again, it's a teaching method. It's been scientifically proven. 10 minutes to complete a lesson. So again, it's very easy to get a little routine going with Babbel. Next thing you know, you can be having conversations in as little as 3 weeks. Me encanta Babbel. Again, Spanish, French, Italian, German, they got it all. And 55% off your subscription when you use our promo link, babbel.com/SGP. That's BABBEL.com/SGP for up to 55% off your subscription. Babbel, language for life.
Oh, ciao.
Okay.
Marquette heads to Purdue. I was just speaking. I've been doing a little
Babbel lessons are paying off for you. Colby, how's your Babbel doing?
See.
Every time I hear Colby say that, I think it's Chappelle's joke where he says, "Elion can say." West Lafayette, Indiana. We're heading back to Indiana, the great state of college basketball. Purdue hosting Marquette.
Gavitt games.
Purdue laying 9. What is the Gavitt games?
The Big East, Big 10 challenge.
Oh, the Gavitt tip-off games.
Yeah.
That sounds a little.
Yeah, buddy.
I don't know.
It's after Dave Gavitt, the former athletic director at Providence.
Maybe we pick a better name. The tip-off games.
Well, it's just Gavitt games. Just say Gavitt games.
The Gavitt games.
Yeah.
Gavitt games feels like we're gonna play Connect Four, chess, and shuffleboard.
Yeah, I mean it's
like
the Big East. You know what I mean? There are a bunch of private schools. You know what I mean?
It's true. All right. So, instincts here, Colby. You always fade Matt Painter early in the year.
The question is,
and you take the Big East team.
I mean,
they got dogs. Although they are private school.
Radford had Marquette on the ropes opening night, though. Those whores.
But the whores are always going to tempt the private school kids, right?
I mean, yeah, you're right. You got something there. How about the front court for Marquette's been playing good with Joplin, Ighodaro, or whatever the fuck his name is, and then Prosper. You want to prosper on this bet, don't you? Meanwhile, Purdue's
just a machine.
I mean, do you guys know
play good defense,
and they still have that gigantic Zach Edey.
Yeah. Oh my God. Yeah, I remember that guy.
21 points, 14 boards on the season right now. And they got this freshman guard, Fletcher Lawyer, younger brother of Foster Lawyer. You might remember him from Michigan State, who's currently at Davidson right now.
Feels like we keep it chalky. I'm going Purdue. I mean, they play good defense. It's tough to go against a good team at home that plays good defense, even if you have Shaka Smart, who, as we've realized, a bit fraudulent as a coach.
The line's a little too much though, man. I think Shaka's going to be able to dial up some deep. This should be a little bit of a rock fight.
Isn't Shaka back to where he thrives?
As a dog, yeah,
yeah. Come on. I'm just going through my black book of college basketball stuff here.
Sean's fading the Eagles, guys.
Sean is on an island a lot here.
Boilermakers, let's go.
So either Colby doesn't know what the fuck he's talking about with college basketball, or I'm just a fucking genius. San Diego State heading to the Pac-12, and they're heading to Palo Alto to take on Stanford.
Is this going to be a future Pac-12 matchup?
Could be 6. Well, who knows where Stanford will end up with their standards. 6 p.m. here on the West Coast. San Diego State laying 4.5. This was the game that stood out to me immediately. Give me San Diego State until otherwise. Until I see something that suggests I'm not just going to take them every time. They're being disrespected in this number purely because Stanford is, I assume, has some size.
Yeah, well, I mean, Stanford looked all right against Wisconsin. They did beat Pacific, and Pacific has since gone on to beat North Dakota State. So that looks a little bit better.
Stanford in this matchup.
Stanford does lead the series all time 3-0. Ryan, you worried about that at all?
No.
Key transfer for San Diego State is Darian Trammell from Seattle. That guy's been playing great. They still got Matt Bradley, the point from a year ago, and they still got Mensah, the big man. And
Sean, you got to watch this team. I think if you watch,
no, I actually saw like 10 seconds of the Cal State Fullerton game. So I'm with you. I'm on San Diego State. I'm just trying to figure out why the line's so low. But yeah, SDSU.
It's the size. This is a matchup that, on paper you might get a little scared.
Well, and Stanford almost covered that game against Wisconsin that we hit on. But I mean, they played better than I thought they would going cross country at Miller Field or whatever they call that filthy dome now. So
yeah, but I think that was they almost match up better against Wisconsin, I think, than San Diego State.
Yeah, I agree. San Diego State, the way they play defense too, I expect the Aztecs to shut them down. And like I said, they got too many guys. Bradley, Trammell, Lady or whatever, that guy can play too.
If this was a tournament game, I'd say watch San Diego State's going to turn over Stanford, and the size isn't going to matter because they're going to be in transition.
Yep.
Memphis, that was a really coherent college basketball point. Chat will be on Stanford plus 4.5. Patting myself on the back. Thank you very much. Mike Young has me confident right now.
Hey, we all had Wisconsin minus 3.5.
Yeah, and we didn't even know it was in a baseball stadium.
And West Virginia.
Colby forgot to tell us.
I knew it was in Milwaukee. There's like 10 different stadiums. I never pay attention.
We were never going to take Pitt, especially with a West Virginia insider on.
Eat
staff.
shit, Pitt.
Memphis heads to St. Louis, where the Billikens are laying 2.5. See what I did there, Colby?
I like
letting
that.
people know that I know what the fuck I'm talking about. Minus 2.5. Man, this is a fun game. This is a game that I would like to get eyes on.
Yeah, this is a very fun game.
Unfortunately, I'll be at some sort of youth soccer practice, I'm sure.
What do you mean? This is tomorrow.
Yeah. Weekday practice. Bro.
Oh, come on. It's the holidays.
It's the holidays. Look, Memphis. Like on one hand, my black book says Memphis good.
Yes, Penny Hardaway, nice win. Head coach over Vanderbilt.
No inflation to his name, huh? Nickel Hardaway nowadays. At least maybe dime with the latest couple of years. Don't we just take Memphis until we see something otherwise?
Yeah, I mean, I know this is supposed to be Travis Ford's best team ever at St. Louis, but I think Memphis is still, figuring things out. They last year made the NCAA tournament, almost knocked off Gonzaga. I think they're the team to beat in this matchup. They beat St. Louis by 16 at FedEx Arena, or whatever the fuck they call that thing.
Yeah, I'm surprised Memphis is the dog here. I'll happily take 2.5 points.
That's what scares me. Team. So I'm gonna zig for the first time. Let's create an island for the first time. Give me St. Louis.
There you go.
Yeah. To your guys' point, it's a little fishy. So I'm gonna Courtney Love my way over to the private school minus 2.5 for St. Louis. Next up, Duke heads to Kansas, or actually they head to Indy, where they're taking on Kansas in a neutral site. Some good games in Indy.
Colby. Oh yeah.
Has Coach K come back from retirement yet?
No, they look really good. I'm sure it was South Carolina, Upstate, and Jacksonville. but 2-0 is 2-0. And meanwhile, Kansas is blowing out teams too. Kansas got the star freshman. I think you guys would like this guy. His name is Grady Dick.
Oh,
I like Kansas in this spot. Again, this is time to put your big boy pants on. Ooh. And I think if you're a new head coach, this is a tough spot. You're going on the road, preparing in this neutral court environment. I think a lot of stuff favors Kansas. I mean, I just think they're going to get out coached here. I like Kansas in the regular season. That's usually when they thrive.
No Bill Self. Remember, he self-imposed 4-game suspension.
You're right. Shit, I forgot.
So, that makes it tricky.
I mean, at least the Shire's got some experience doing the interviews going into the half from last year.
I totally forgot he was still on his self-imposed suspension.
Or when Coach K was pretending not to coach and letting him get some experience.
I think you're right though,
but
man.
I still think Kansas is the better team.
I mean, you look at that roster; they have veterans still. Jalen Wilson's still there. Kevin McCullough transfers in from Texas Tech. What a piece of shit to go from Texas Tech to Kansas. Come on, that's your rival in your conference. But regardless,
Colby once got a negative review on his show saying that all they ever do is complain about players going from one rival to the other.
It's okay if he transfers out to like Arizona State. You're not going to play each other, even if you do. Okay, but this is the team you couldn't beat last year.
But isn't that what makes college football and basketball fun? Is that like when there's a guy in a rivalry game that transfers, and then it makes it that much more like personal.
I question the manhood.
I mean, when we get
question the man, like if you're trying to get over the hill.
If someone left the Eagles and went to the Cowboys, I love that. Let's fucking bring it on.
But dude, Kevin McCullough, it's not like he wasn't failing.
Colby's
like at Texas Tech, he went to the national championship and lost to UVA.
Right. I'm saying it's a bitch move, but I like it for the sport.
Oh yeah,
because
it's fun.
It makes the rivalry that much more intense. True. And to his point, like you got to show it if you're going to do that.
But I lose a lot of respect, is my point. But they still have him. Yeah. He's a veteran. DeJuan Harris from the championship team a year ago. He's there. Yasufu, the Drake transfer, who was on the championship team last year. He's still there. I think the experience clearly weighs that. Obviously Self is out, but I'm with you. Give me the Jayhawks.
Kramer.
They have not played teams with any sort of real size. They're a team that's going to bully teams that's smaller than them. Give me Duke, another island where I'm taking the private school. This just feels like a zig spot. I think sometimes let's see what Kansas does.
Actually, you know what? You sold me. Fuck Kansas. Fuck McCullough. Give me the Blue Devils.
Now I feel so much better about
you ride with your Grady Dick.
Yeah, enjoy great.
I enjoy great.
Isn't that the dance that Justin Jefferson does? Is that
the Grady Dick?
Is that a different dance? All right, Alabama. Late, interesting. Late. Is this time right? Late tip in Alabama. Is it 10? They're playing a basketball game at 10 p.m. local time.
Did I get that wrong? Maybe, I don't know. Can we double check?
Why don't you check that while I'm reading it? Alabama heads to South Alabama. I figured there'd be curfew at 10 p.m. local time. -14 for this can't. None of this is right.
They are playing at 7:00 local.
Okay, so 4 p.m. We'll apologize on Colby's behalf. So Alabama is heading to
South Alabama,
Mobile, to play South Alabama, where Alabama is laying 14.
We initially had South Alabama in the spreadsheet as a 14.
I didn't put
favorite.
that. That was you, buddy.
That might have been my mistake.
Because I was going to say I love Alabama as a 14-point dog.
So shout out to Alabama for playing this road spot. Obviously, Colby loves that.
Try it in football.
Well, look what happened.
Might be cool.
They play a couple road games this year, and look what happens, Colby.
Yeah, I'm talking about playing a mid-major on the road, though. That'd be cool.
I mean, the Jags aren't the Jags that play all the way just because this is a rivalry game. They play them close. I mean, they only won by 5 last year until Tuscaloosa. I know I was on Liberty last week. I was kind of off on that Alabama team, but South Alabama is a pretty decent program, seeming like a program on the rise. Colby, I assume you're all over South Alabama, and that's why you put this on here, right?
Well, South Alabama's kept a good basketball program for a while, man. And
keep a good program.
And I do think it's a good game because you have the youth of Alabama, which is just a ton of really good freshmen.
This is a projected line as well. This is one of the couple.
One of their first road spots, in their careers. I mean, they look good though. They did. I thought Liberty would be able to come down.
Did you watch the game?
The Liberty game?
Yeah.
A little bit of it, yeah.
I mean, Sean, remember when you picked Liberty?
Yeah,
they had
no,
a
that was a
chance.
mistake.
And they lost by like 40.
Well, yeah, I mean, how about that Bama freshman? That
The
dude,
ceiling on this Bama team is so high because of the way they play ball. We
Brandon
talked
Miller.
about this.
That
They
guy's a
just
fucking
keep
beast.
shooting, and I like so they can. I'm not scared of a 14-point number. I mean, I like the situational angles, Colby. You're right. There's little brother in here. There's first road spot, but also there could just be Alabama's way better, and it does like the number doesn't matter because they showed you last game they can just roll up a 40-point victory against a team with players.
And you got to wonder how many Tide fans are in Mobile that are going to show up to this one.
Well, now that football's over this year, they're on to basketball. Join me, Alabama fans. Basketball season has started.
I'm going to take the points, though. I'm going to take the points. I think
I'm sticking with South Alabama.
They've probably had this circle
Kramer
for
makes
over 2 years.
Make a decent point, but 14 is super high in college basketball.
All right, give me Alabama. Another island play. Vermont. We like for the Catamounts. Catamounts. Fuck, my bad. Vermont heading out to beautiful sunny Los Angeles, where they're taking on USC. 8 p.m. tip, late for the body clocks on the East Coast. USC -10. Isn't this what they do? They just rack up these easy victories on the East Coast or on the West Coast.
Well, I mean, USC's 1-1. They got smacked by Florida Gulf Coast in the opener.
You got to watch out for that chiropractor.
Yeah, that is tough. But Boogie Ellis and Drew Peterson are back. But I think that was key in that Florida Gulf Coast game was that they couldn't shoot the three. They went 3 for 19, I think, from 3. And
it's that kind of team. Huh?
Vermont plays a clean game, but I'm kind of worried that the USC team just is going to have way more talent. And maybe like this. To Ryan's point, in the tournament, I think I would be all over Vermont with the experience, but I don't know how much that helps you early on in the season.
And you got to look at it. They came out to California last week, took on St. Mary's, got their ass beat by St. Mary's. Then they head down to Cal State Fullerton last night. Cal State Fullerton beats them in double overtime, and now they're heading to USC.
Yeah. I'm USC -10.
This is a bro trip.
This is a bro trip right here.
Are they building culture? Yeah, I mean, I think I when I said that this is the kind of game that USC wins, this is the kind of game that we'll look at their schedule and be like, wow, they have a lot of wins.
I'm with you. It's a far trip, man. And you got to be a little tired now. You just played a double overtime game.
But they stayed out here, I assume.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Fullerton.
But to Colby's point, they just played double overtime?
Yeah, double overtime. They lost.
Yeah, I mean, come on, USC -10 all day.
You think Vermont's rolling out the big bucks, or are they on like a shitty bus? And
they're at the Econo Lodge in Venice, dude. I guarantee you right now, right?
I mean, hopefully they did a little recon because they wouldn't want to stay right around USC. Yeah, give me USC laying the points. Some of these matchups, you just got to take the better team. Dayton heads to speaking of team who was of the better team, but they screwed me versus SMU, only covering or missing the cover by a half point, winning only by 12. Dayton now laying 4.5 here as they head to Las Vegas to take on UNLV. Oh man, these college basketball kids going to Vegas. There's always some danger involved. I mean, it's an 8 p.m. local time game.
It's a back-to-back road spot for Dayton as well, right?
But also it means they're in.
No. Dayton hosted SMU.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
It also means they're going to be in Vegas potentially for they'll get there the night before and be there for a full day.
Wait, is the UNLV guard? Is his name really Jackie Johnson?
Yeah.
Because there was a LA weather girl by the name of Jackie Johnson, just all time. I mean, amazing. She probably transitioned into Instagram model career, but whenever I hear that name, I think of her.
You think of that weather in Southern California.
Oh, yeah.
Interesting.
This is an interesting game. Mid majors, both teams undefeated right now. Kevin Kruger, son of Lon Kruger, the head coach of UNLV, and he showed a lot of signs of life last year in year 1. I wonder, this is like their first big test of this season. You know what? Give me the running Rebs at home to give the Flyers a game.
Yeah, I mean, matchup wise, it seems like decent. I'm gonna just defer to the home dog here. To Ryan's point too, the Vegas Temptations.
Well, was not. Yeah, well, that does worry me. Was not brought up, but this is a similar size disadvantage. USC, Vermont. One team has a lot of size, one team doesn't. Dayton, UNLV is pretty similar. Dayton's got a ton of size this year. Dayton's a fun team.
Yeah,
I'm not fading Dayton. Good luck. Good luck. Hop on the island with me. Wow, we got 3
Come on,
island
boys.
3 island plays. Let's go.
We need to get the Island Boys to do a sound drop because I think they're on Cameo now. Now that their music career immediately ended after one song, but I think you can get them a decent cameo price.
Let's do it.
All right. Time for everyone's favorite, the Lock, Dog, and Tease, presented by SportsGamblingPodcast.com/WynnBet. Head over there, bet $100, get a $100 free bet. Crane,
This isn't Colby's favorite section of the show.
what's his favorite?
Well, he hates that we have to pick these lines so goddamn early.
Go, Kramer. What's your lock, dog, and bonus lock?
All right, lock. Oh, man, there are some interesting angles. I do like the idea of fading Michigan State off the boat game, where I think we saw maximum effort, maximum attempt to beat a good team there. So Kentucky -5.5 is going to be my first lock. My second lock, I think until I get screwed by this Alabama team, I'm just going to start laying points. Again, the ceiling's so high. I don't think this is the game they choke away. Colby hates that I just locked that one up. And for the dog, New Mexico on the money line. I watched SMU play Dayton. They had stretches where they were just really, really bad. I think New Mexico shows up, wins outright. Let's go.
All right, for my lock, give me USC -10. It's chalky as hell, but I think Vermont is gassed on this road trip. For my other lock, man, I'm kind of tempted to steal. You know what? I'll go road favorite here. Give me San Diego State -4.5.
There's no steal.
AKA our gals. And for my dog, I like Memphis. I like Vanderbilt. You know what? I'm going to take Vanderbilt on the money line just because the letdown spot after beating Villanova. To me, I'm a situational handicapper, so give me Vandy on the money line. Colby, what do you got?
We're locking up San Diego State -4.5.
You just faded Temple
on the farm.
Wearing an Eagles jersey.
You're right.
What
am I doing?
the fuck is wrong with
Give
you?
me Memphis on the money line.
The Eagles are going to lose tonight because you did that.
I fixed it. Memphis on the money line.
I can't edit the live video.
You know what? My bonus lock is going to be Temple. My bonus lock will be Temple -4. Dog.
Colby, what team did you grow up rooting for in the NFL?
I grew up rooting for the Jets and Redskins.
Like
Jets and
9
Redskins.
teams.
Yeah.
I'm just saying that the Commanders are playing the Eagles tonight, and Sean just didn't take the team from Philly. You took the team.
Who are the Commanders?
Sorry,
never heard of them.
The Red Football Team Commanders.
I never heard of any of those
Team
names.
Red. Team Red.
I will dog wise. Let's go. What are we doing here? Are we having some fun, or what should we? Let's go.
What do you mean are we having
UNLV in Vegas, baby.
I'm having fun.
Okay, I like that. Do they have a slot machine on the side of their team? Or
I think they're working on that.
Why can't the football team has it? Why can't the basketball team as well?
That's a good point. I'm with you, man.
And they need and college basketball. Love college basketball, but they need to figure out their version of the turnover chain.
Especially,
whether it's, again, it wouldn't be a turnover. Obviously, you're not
the dunk chain.
Something like that. They need some cool thing going on the sidelines.
Especially if you want Lenny to show up to any of your games. He likes the slot.
Hey,
round robin.
The slot. How's the slot?
Oh yes, you're right.
Sean's trying to get out of here before we give out a round robin.
I'm fucking starving. All right, so for me, the round robin money line is New Mexico. We're all on.
Yeah.
What else do we like? What other dogs do we all come together?
We're all
Memphis and just tell Kramer to fuck off, or a UNLV.
I'd be careful with that Memphis.
I mean, how about the Colgate game? Bring your toothbrush. Let's go.
I can't sign off on that. We'll have to do solo ones.
What do you mean?
For me,
I.
Well, all right. Do you want to include because you're against this on most of your dogs? I mean, you have.
That's fine. We don't need to be on the same team for this one.
Okay, I'll do money line round robin on New Mexico, Memphis.
You make one, I'll make one, and we'll see which one Colby chooses.
Okay. New Mexico, Memphis, and that's it. New Mexico, Memphis, UNLV.
I like it.
Round robin money line parlay.
He said he likes that one, but what if I said we're gonna do Duke? We're gonna do. See, Matt Painter to fuck up a good thing is Duke, Marquette, and New Mexico.
Colby, do you want to give out yours? You can feel free to partner up with me.
Which one you like better?
I'll do my own.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Let's go.
Don't put South Alabama in there. I'll just save you the.
UNLV is 1.
Yep.
Horrible pick.
Duke is 2.
Great pick.
That is a disgusting act.
UNC Wilmington is 3.
Oh, whoa.
Let's go. Let's fucking go.
Colby's like the designated driver. Is just like, just one more. I'm fine. Hey, Make sure to check out the SGPN merch store, 10% off between now and Thanksgiving when you use the promo code Dallas Sucks. So store.sportsgamblingpodcast.com. Make sure you check out the college basketball experience. Subscribe to our YouTube channel.
Thank you for participating in the Sports Gambling Podcast.
For the Sports Gambling Podcast, I'm Sean, second the money green, and he is Ryan.
Programming note: World Cup coming soon.
Kramer, let it ride.
Terrific snatch.